And then out of another set of her matte foil cardstock, I have some pink. And then this is the paper I chose out of the set and some gold foil. So I'm going to add a twist to it and include her castle die. And I want to put that behind the easel card, the wishing well. And I want to incorporate it. So the wishing well comes with a shadow layer that she has some papers included that include like some blues that I imagine you can have as a sky, or there's also some pretty pattern paper that you could put with it. But what I want to do, so I'm not going to use the shadow die. I'm just going to use the regular die for the front of the card, and then what I'm going to do is put the castle behind it. So kind of like at Disneyland, there is the Snow White well off to the side. So that's my plan. That's where I'm going with this. I'll try to include maybe a few pictures for inspiration. If you haven't been to Disneyland or been to Disneyland in a while, they have the wishing well that goes along with the characters of Snow White and the 7 dwarves that are off in a distance. And those were a gift for Disney when the park opened. I don't think it was when it first opened, but after it opened. So, and I want to go ahead and base it on that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is the wishing well. It was a craft box, and I know it was a few years ago, but I have made, I think, just one, which is embarrassing, but I want to go ahead and make this a Disney version. And then the other supplies that you'll need are a die cutting machine. I have Anna Griffin's Empress, and I'm going to be using that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the die or the castle first. Now, I'm probably not going to embellish this as the full castle. I have done that in a couple other projects, but I just want this to be like just a background. And then I suppose we'll see how it goes, but if you don't want these pieces to be open, there is a shadow layer that is included with the castle set that you could just cut out a shadow layer and just add that to the back. So I'm just going to use this as the base layer, kind of they are ferns, but it kind of reminds me of the forest scene. And then for the well, I'm going to go ahead and use the gold foil that comes with it. But there's so much amazing detail in Anna's dies that you get to see all of this, that you can just do it in foil cardstock to see everything. You don't have to do any amazing embellishments with it. And then this is the mechanism to make the easel card stand up. And then there's two pieces to use for the well. So this is going to be the piece that holds the bucket from up here. So I'm going to find a contrasting color to use it here, and then I have the bucket. So I'm going to cut those. And I'm going to look through my stash and see what I have that would look good, so that it would be a nice contrasting color. And I think this green for the bucket would look good. And then this rose gold, I think, would be a good size and a good color. So let's do that. And I always say in my videos, this is why you keep your scraps, because you can get that little bucket out of just that piece, and you'll still have that piece. You could probably do 3 buckets out of there. So then also included in her set, she always includes a stopper for the easel card to stand up with. And then she shows, because like if you were to cut this out on, say, a background layer of gold or whatever, and then this one, well, you could do with gold too, some type of gold foil, because you're going to see all of the details in this. But then you could stamp a sentiment here. However, she does show, like, these have little sentiment cards, but depending on how this is going to stand up, I may be putting the sentiment card on the back side and then just use the stopper, because I'm going to end up having 2 layers. And then I have, let's see where to put it, I have the small piece out of the pulley card set to make the piece that will stand the castle up and the wishing well. So I need to find that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my piece from, this is the pulley card set that Anna came out with just a couple months ago. And I'm going to use this to connect the well to the castle. So I'm just going to use this scrap right here. And then I'm going to cut these out of foil as well. And I think what I decided was to make the background piece out of gold. And then the top piece out of the rose gold. So I think that's all the cutting I have to do. I can start assembling pieces. So I believe what she has you do with the easel piece is that you always have two pieces or two ends that you're going to want to fold. One goes one way, one goes the other. So I'm going with, let's see, I'm going to put the short piece, it's going to fold forward, and then the back piece, you're going to put adhesive here and it's going to stick to the base of your card, like so. So let me add the adhesive. You can use your bone folder to get a good crease. And then this one is folded down. So we're going to put some adhesive on here. And here's where I'm talking about. So I want this to be layered, but I don't know if I want to be able to see through it. So I think I might go back and grab the shadow layer for this and cut a shadow layer out, because I think that'll look better than seeing through everything. And then I'm going to go through the box here, I believe. So these are the card bases that you get with the, or you got with the kit. I don't think she has these anymore. I think there might be, I don't know if they're on HSN anymore. So I know I saw a blue. Blue. Or is it blue, the pattern? I don't know. Sometimes I look to see what's on the back, so that I'm just going to go with the blue. So I'm just going to glue this on in a few places. And then I keep some of these clips. I'm just going to clip it together. And then it can dry flat without anything lifting up. So I'm just gonna glue this piece on here, and then I'll use some little foam squares to lift up the bucket piece. There's just not a lot of room on this if you wanted to make this pop up with some foam squares. And then expect it to stay. So I know this set has been around for a little while, so I'm curious if anyone has this set, what they made with it. And if you did, leave me a comment below, or what you would like to do with it, or maybe if you would like me to go back and make another version of this. Because I will be able to say this is all Anna Griffin and her products, but it's going to be with a Disney twist. And then we can add our little mechanism to be able to make this. It's not really going to pop out, but it will be able to stay attached, and it can move forward. So I'm just going to add a little glue to this, and I say this in my other videos. I keep the glue part up top, because if we're going to glue this at the bottom, I don't want this to be a weak point and pull against itself. So when I add this, I'm going to make this stay at the top, and then the bottom piece is all one. So I'm going to add some foam squares to this. It'll pop up and give the well a place to stop. Okay, so these should be dry. So technically this is where your well would go if you're just making the wishing well card, and then you would have your back against this and you wouldn't see through it to see this easel piece. But, and then just to show you for placement, it looks like she has it brought forward to the front of the card and laid back. But for this, I'm going to lay this one down first. And see, that's going to stand there, and then I'm going to put the little mechanism we just made. Now it's probably going to cover up this little front piece of the castle, but that's fine because you're not going to see it anyway. And we're not going to be gluing the bottom piece down, so I'm just going to glue the back and the front. So I'm going to do the back first, just so that we get proper placement. And then I'm going to line the bottom of the well up to the bottom of this piece so that when it does stand forward, it will be in line with that. Okay, we're all dry. You can see how the little mechanism is sitting back there. And you can either push it forward or push it backward, depending on how the size of your envelope. If you want it to fit in your envelope, then just push it to the back. If you want it to lay like this, where they see it when they open it, then you can probably push it down if your envelope is big enough. But, okay, so these are the pieces that I have to work with. So here's our stopper piece. Here's our sentiment card. And then these are the embellishments that I picked out of the Wishing Well set that she gives you. So we're going to put this together and see how it comes together. Okay, so here's your stopper, and I think we should work with that first. It seems like there's going to be enough room for the sentiment card, but yeah, if you just want to leave it, I don't know, to me that just seems too much. Like, even if I didn't have the castle on there, for me that's just too much, or maybe you would, I don't like that either. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it about like this. So you just want to center it to where you think you want it. And then press down. And then that's where it's going to stop. And then what I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to add this back here. So we have this to work with. And then going through my stash, this is how I'm going to tie Disney in with this. So you could do a sticker, you could do a print and cut at a Cricut, or this was in my stash. It's actually a piece of chipboard. So I'm going to work that into maybe here. But then I also have all of the embellishments that is provided. And I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know. This seems a little redundant to have this here and that there. But I think I got this crooked. We'll see how this works in. Because you don't want, oh, maybe right there. Because you don't want to cover up all the detail, although you're going to be covering that up. So I'm going to work with this and put it together. So here's some of the ferns. There was some clouds. And then I was thinking, I know she always gives us a lot of flowers. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not a big flower person, although the flowers are pretty and help embellish it. What I actually really liked out of this set was the clouds, because none of her sets come with clouds. So, and I was looking, and maybe if someone could tell me if she has a set of, say, maybe stamps and dies, because I know I did not get the treasury set, and when I looked, I just did a quick search on eBay for dies that had clouds in it. You know, if it was hers, great. And I didn't see anything, but I did see, like, there was a treasury set, and I want to say there was like some balloons in it. Now she does have balloons in the circus die set, so I could do balloons out of there. I did find someone selling some balloons as dies, so balloons. Someone's selling as clouds, a cloud die set that I picked up on eBay that'll work for a lot of these like outdoor type scenes that I look forward to getting. So I'm gonna just go through this. I may just speed up the video because I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna place all this. I don't know if you can see this, and this is one of the sentiments that came. I'm not even sure if it's in the wishing well set because I put all my sentiments together, but you can see this one's crooked. It's kind of frustrating. I don't know if I can separate it and reattach it without it. So I'm just going to add some glue. Okay, so that was salvageable. I just don't know if I like the placement here. I don't know, maybe I think I'll put it down here. I want to see if I have more of the ferns, the small ferns. And I do love this, that they are stickers. You don't have to glue that down. Okay, so I think I'm happy with this. You could go back if you wanted and add more flowers. So like you can add some gold foil embellishments. I was looking for like, and I thought I had like a set of where just random, like the flourishes that she includes in a lot of her kits. So if you wanted to dress it up a little bit more, you could add some back here, or you could add some maybe back here with the clouds. It kind of has a cloud swirly effect. And then there's some gold leaves. I might actually go back. I like those gold leaves. I think that stands out a little bit more. And I'm always good about like, oh, I think this is great, I'm done. But then I think later, oh, I could have added this or I could have added that. So I don't ever want to just call it good. But this would be like the only other thing I would try to add. Because I feel like there is so much going on. And I think I'm just going to add this back here. Just to give it some more texture and a little bit of foil. And for now, until I know I'm going to send this, I'm just going to stick this back here as an option. But okay, here we go. This is the final reveal. So I have Snow White, the wishing well in the castle, and all the embellishments to go with it. And then down here, I went and added the sending love and hugs. Okay, so if you like this content, I have some other ideas to be using to make this Disney Anna Griffin mashup that I will be coming out with some more videos. So if you can, please give it a like. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.